Steve, congratulations on your appointment as assistant manager at Rovers. How delighted are you about that?
Yeah, exactly that. Delighted to be here. Given an opportunity towards the end of the season, short term, to come and support the manager and the support staff, and obviously try and get some improved performances and results towards the end of the season. Been a difficult, frustrating season for the club. Probably the most only consistent thing was the supporters. And the performances of the players didn't match the consistency of those, but towards the end I think they were almost dovetailing together. I thought the support, the fan base was terrific. Mixed age group I can see on the terraces, which I'm sure all of which will stay with the club, you know, whatever happens. And players will come and go, and staff will change. I'm getting older. I've been at a good couple of clubs where I've seen what good looks like and feels like, and the one thing I did recognise coming in the building was the warmth and the potential, if only from the manager, but certainly with other things too. And I recognised that it was a real good opportunity for me, and I did think there was improvement towards the end, fitness, performance level, goals and results. But sadly the games programme ended and we ran out of time and we've been relegated. But I think that a setback is an opportunity for a comeback, and I think the wheels are already in motion to have better times and return Doncaster Rovers to where they should be initially, which is back into League One, and then go from there. But to come and join the club, I am fully aware of its tradition. The way I've been treated and the respect I've been given has made it an easy choice to join.
I was just about to ask that, you took the words out of my mouth. Did all those things in the melting pot make it an easy decision then when you're off?
Yeah, it was an easy bedding in period because there was no time, for anything other than to get stuck in, which is how I like to work anyway. I think I counted up to 7 players that I've worked with previous. The rest of the lads, there was a willingness to learn and want your help, which I thought was terrific. But I threw it back to them because it's got to be a very humbling experience, and you need their help as much as you become a developer yourself. So it's a two-way thing, and we had lots of good meetings. The buyback from the players was fantastic, and I settled in really quickly. And I do believe that the football team, I thought there was a shift probably about half time at Shrewsbury. I think we slightly changed formation. We gave some strong direction to the team, and I thought they embraced it. Probably should have won that game, coming back from 3 down for 3-all. And I think we saw the resemblance of what a football team should look like at League One level by the end of the season. But what we've got to make sure we do is that we become better than anybody else in League Two at what we do, and that's not just on a Saturday, that's through the working week, and I believe that the potential here is quite obvious.
How have you felt that relationship with the manager developing during that period as well?
Well, I was very aware of what a talented footballer he was, and my friends in the game, I was very aware how popular he was as a teammate, and then almost as a development coach, and he was given this opportunity, and I think he's taken to it really well. I think the exciting thing for him and the football club is that he's very much in the potential phase himself, like a lot of the players, and I saw the growth of him every single day in terms of his leadership, his coaching, his managing and his man managing. And again, that makes it very easy for me to support that, and at any point, as well as for the other staff, hopefully they will recognise that I will have my own ideas, my own initiatives, and I can lead whenever they want me to, but ideally I'm here just to support a young manager that I think's got a great future in the game. So I'm delighted to be here.
You seem like a popular guy with the players and the coaching staff alike, everyone who sort of comes into contact with you. How do you feel that sort of your main attributes have made that so comfortable for everyone around you?
I think probably, you've got to be humble, and I think probably, just getting up to about 20 years of age as a professional was disappointing. I ended up with a lot of, serious injuries from that point, but around about 20 I recognised that it was going to be tough for me onwards, but I was very fortunate to get a job almost the next day at Manchester City. So obviously I've had 32 years of coaching now, 31 years of coaching, and I think in that time, whilst having a little bit of success, largely at other times you're a fly on the wall, and you're learning from great people. Obviously 21 years at Manchester City, people like Jim Cassell in development, Brian Kidd at first team level, and I think you have to have your own personality. You're brought up being that person yourself, probably from your parents' upbringing, but I think I've seen how really good football people have behaved around football clubs, and hopefully I've brought that to my own personality. And now, as I'm certainly a little bit older now and got a bit more experience, you can pass that down to young players who I think via academy football now, they're used to getting help, whether it be analysis, fitness, sports science, player welfare, and you're not just a coach on the field for a couple of hours a day. And I think also as a parent, I think that side comes out of you better as you get older. And I think almost as a coach you become a mentor, you become a disciplinarian, a football father, and hopefully it all leads to success.
The manager mentioned towards the back end of the season that while you sort of want to wipe the slate clean going into the new campaign, there's also the positives that you want to take into it as well. And you touched on that earlier as well, didn't you? That sort of the last few games there seems to have been more of a consistency about things done on the pitch and off it.
Yeah, I mean, I speak to the manager and all the support staff. I think we've got to be keen to draw a line under it, and we've got to wipe our mouth of it, and we've also got to move forward. But equally, I think there just has to be there placed at the back of the mind where we've just been and where we should return back to quickly, as quick as possible. And I think you've got to use that as fuel, as motivation to recognise, the disappointments of this year and the frustrations can actually be put right. So whilst we'll be talking about planning, recruitment, next phase, League Two football, a whole set of new opponents, I think that's got to be at the forefront. But equally, whilst we're not going to talk too much about the disappointments of the last season, it does still have to be there as motivation to recognise what needs to get better, but also where we need to go back to.
Yeah, the players now obviously off on the holidays, enjoying themselves with the tailored programme that Sam's given to them for the next few weeks. Is this though probably where all the hard work's done, or the hard yards are put in by you, the manager and the rest of the staff in making sure that everything's ready for when they come back?
Yeah, under the motto of train hard, fight easy. But nothing's given to you in the game, and the game can soon forget you. There'll be lots of players across the country out of contract, worrying about their futures. But the ones that we've obviously got in house here, ready for next year, registered, and the ones that we're going to sign will be left with no stone unturned in terms of what we expect from them. We'll be driving good behaviour, we'll be driving standards and culture, and we'll be making it a fantastic football environment for any Doncaster Rovers player. But I think these days players are fully aware of how fit and fast you have to be to compete in first team football, a real step up from academy football, and we'll obviously try and give them the tactical information, certainly the opportunity for them to embrace it. But there's going to be a lot for the players now to do for themselves in the summer. And I think the old days of a footballer not doing too much and just turning up for pre-season is gone. And I tend to think the lads follow it to the rule and come back in fantastic condition. And it makes the job challenging for us in only picking a team, not rather than getting them fit.
Does it help as well that there's a fair core of players that are still contracted and will return? It's a similar group with obviously a few sprinklings of new signings to come in the next few weeks, but the majority will be players that have been here over the past few months and know what the standard should be. Yeah,
and I think they'll feel the warmth of the supporters, and I think they'll feel the loyalty. I'm sure they'll follow with season tickets, and their backing is not in question. But for the players, they do have to be better than they were, the ones that were already here, but they know that. I think we'll add to that with the right personalities, the right leadership in terms of what we're going to target in recruitment, hopefully the right age and physical ability. But obviously we need a core of good footballers that we think we've recognised have already been in the building are to stay too. So I do think whilst it's not been good enough last year for sporting success, I believe there is actually still plenty here that we can enhance what they've got and also add to it in personnel and have a better season next year.
And for you, the excitement, I imagine, there for the first pre-season over the last couple of years or so?
Well, yes, it is. And whilst the manager's been in position now, he's won some good games. Sunderland being one, a fantastic experience for him. There is a real newness about it, and we'll be really looking forward to the lads just having a bit of a break, but getting them in, and then for the manager to put his own stamp, his own personality on the team, as opposed to inheriting midway through a season, which I know for a fact he was very grateful for. But I think the real work starts when you can start a season with a football team at a football club, and obviously we know that's in about 6 weeks' time.